week, Wednesday left us with a lot of questions.
Yeah.
What's next for NXT's women's division? Will the Rabbit Tribe ever recover in time for the Gift of the Gods match with Ultimate Lucha Trace?
Who were Prince Puma's partners?
And what the fuck happened to Lars Sullivan's 3-on-1 handicap match? Is it just us, or did it disappear for everyone else too?
Yeah.
Answer below in the comments.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, I mean, we can address that right now. He was demolishing 3 guys, and then
he forearmed one so hard it cut to a behind-the-scenes thing.
It cut to a video response from Sanity after being attacked outside their car last week.
Yeah.
To which Eric Young and the rest of Sanity pretty much just told Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly that they only believe in one thing, and that's chaos. So pretty much, Future Shock is fucked. Future Shock was has been the target of a lot of issues. We had William Regal tell them that they are pretty much not allowed to fight anywhere other than the ring at this point. They can't do anything out in the parking lot. They can't do anything on the stage. Anything that they want to do has to happen in the ring. Which, I mean, which makes sense, because that's kind of what the ring is there for.
Yeah.
Like where we have a rematch between Andrade Cien Almas and Cesar Bononi, which pretty much went the way we expected the first one to go, which was Cesar got like a move or two, Andrade tried to show off, Zelina told him not to, and Andrade hit the Hammerlock DDT and defeated Cesar Bononi.
It's on the winning streak, man. It's happening in NXT.
He's doing something. We had Kayla St. Cloud was trying to have an interview with Asuka prior to her in-ring segment that we'd have later on. She was interrupted by the Velveteen Dream, who
mumbles.
Just kind of decided that it was time for him to talk. Sort of. Very yeah.
He mumbles.
He does. We had Zeta return from the Mae Young Classic, which we'll be talking about later on this week. She had the unfortunate task of taking on Sonya Deville.
Yeah.
She didn't fare any better against Sonya Deville than she did in the Mae Young Classic. Did she even hit Sonya?
Yes.
Like once, maybe? Sonya
threw her twice.
Sonya threw her around a lot. And yeah. Ended up hitting the sliding kick and the triangle choke and made Zeta tap out. Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan are working on tag team moves. We saw them working out at the Performance Center.
Yeah, and then the camera spun around and Ruby Riott was behind William Regal and was like, let me fight 2 people way bigger than me in a handicap match.
That being Peyton Royce and Billy Kay.
And then William Regal's like, you know, in good conscience, I just can't let you do that. So I'll just let you pick whoever you want as a partner and fight him in a tag match next week.
So don't be surprised if Ruby just doesn't pick anybody.
Yeah.
Because she seemed very adamant about just wanting to fight them by herself.
They made it personal.
Also next week, I can only assume this will be our main event, but Pete Dunne will defend the WWE UK Championship against Wolfgang.
Yeah.
After their tag team win against Mustache Mountain a couple weeks ago. That'll be fun. But our main event this week, as far as matches go, was Cassius Ohno versus Hideo Itami in a no disqualification match.
Yeah, and boy, was this no disqualification.
Was it the best no disqualification match we've had? No, because that probably goes to... Well, I guess if you're calling it a no disqualification match, it was the best no disqualification match. But it wasn't Asuka versus Nikki Cross by any means.
No.
But it was a decent no DQ match.
It was a lot better than the other one they had.
Yeah. It was definitely not Bull Dempsey versus Baron Corbin.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, that didn't go very well. Yeah, they used the chair a little bit more than the other two did. They fought up the ramp. The ramp got a lot of action between the two of them. There was suplexes up the way, suplexes back down. No, it was exactly what I assumed it was going to be. It was a very hard hitting affair. Both guys really trying to prove which one could hit a little harder.
Hideo using the chair as a shield.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of one of the only ways you can combat the roaring elbow from Cassius Ohno. It's a pretty devastating move.
And he used it to aid himself in the hesitation dropkick.
Yes. Which it then fell to the floor and opened up.
That was the most impressive part of the whole chair.
But yeah, so it ended up just kind of turning into, both of them just forearming each other in the middle of the ring. Hideo tried to go for the low blow again.
Yeah, because Cassius set up for the roaring elbow.
Yeah.
And as he was spinning around, Hideo got the bright idea, kick him in the dick.
But
Cassius was ready.
Cassius is like, no, I've seen you do this before. Caught the foot, and Hideo went, poked him in the eyes, and then tried to go for the go to sleep. Cassius slipped right off the shoulders and went, this is how you low blow, and full on China that bitch. And then hit the roaring elbow, and Cassius Ohno won the no disqualification match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hideo made about 5 different faces after the arm was placed firmly between his legs.
Scrambled the eggs hard.
Probably not going to be feeling very good
No.
in the near future.
I'm assuming it's going to be a couple weeks before we see Hideo Itami back on TV.
He's got to find his balls first.
Yeah,
Then
he's
he'll
going to
come
have to
back.
go to emergency surgery and have them dislodged from his intestines. It's gross.
Speaking of injured Japanese people, we finished off the night with...
It's a terrible segue.
What? We were just talking about
I mean, it's not inaccurate, it's just uncreative.
I'm just saying. Asuka, unfortunately, has the broken collarbone from NXT TakeOver.
Which commentary mentioned, but William Regal didn't.
Well, I don't think William Regal wanted to dwell on that fact.
I feel like commentary didn't get the memo that they were just trying to hide it.
Maybe. I don't know. Nah, it was all over the internet after TakeOver. There wasn't any hiding it. WWE posted it on their website. So yeah, William Regal didn't mention it. Just really put over how dominant Asuka had been throughout her entirety of NXT.
Yeah, like never losing.
Yeah, holding the championship for 523 consecutive days. Defending,
and never losing it.
defending against every single person that has stepped up to the plate. But unfortunately, due to the injury, she was not going to be able to continue defending the championship. But
Which isn't why they said they were taking it away from her.
no, they said they're taking it away because they are in negotiations with both general managers from Raw and SmackDown. So Asuka will be moving to the main roster. To which point we had Asuka's, this was kind of the weird part, is that Asuka's really been playing that heel side, and then because she's hurt, she's like, oh shit, we gotta make people excited for her to go to the main roster, so make her as babyface as possible in 10 minutes. Which, I mean, the crowd still loves Asuka despite her being heel. So yeah, she put over the fact that NXT has been great to her, and that wherever she goes, NXT goes as well. So that means the entirety of NXT is moving up to the main roster, and NXT is going to die a slow, painful death.
No, because Raw and SmackDown will be relegated to 1 hour on Wednesdays on the network.
So a half hour of Raw and a half hour of SmackDown.
Yep.
And 10 minutes of 205 Live.
Nope.
2 minutes and 5 seconds.
No, it'll still be for an hour after NXT Tuesdays.
Oh, Jesus.
Because we're going to have 3 hours of NXT Monday, and then 2 hours of NXT Tuesday, followed by NXT 205 Live.
Alright.
Where half of the NXT roster's on it, because there's a lot of small people at NXT.
Raw Down 05 on Wednesdays. Just smash all that crap together. We had Triple H come out and really put over Asuka, thank her for everything,
Gave her flowers.
raised her bad arm. She didn't seem too perturbed by it, but
Well, I mean, there's the thing too, the broken collarbone, there's not a whole lot you can do.
yeah, everything's going to affect the collarbone, so it's a very troubled area. But yeah, so Asuka relinquished the Women's Championship. We don't know where the championship is going to go.
Hence our question at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah, I mean, you had an interesting thought that with the fact that we were relinquishing the title, could the winner of the Mae Young Classic be crowned new NXT Women's Champion? Are we going to do a small NXT Women's Tournament, kind of pseudo the way the first championship came
Asuka
around?
Classic.
Don't, no.
The Collarbone Classic.
No. So we'll find out somewhere down the line. Follow WWE and or NXT on Twitter. I'm
The
sure
Rockin' Robin Round Robin.
the Rockin' Round Robin.
Yeah.
Probably not. Let's move on to Lucha
The
Underground.
Velvet McIntyre Rumble.
Got any more?
Sensational Sherry Showdown. The Miss Elizabeth Elimination Chamber.
Lucha Underground began by deciding a new person to hold a Aztec medallion, as we had the Mac take on Drago.
It's not a very long match.
No, it was not. And Cobra Moon was very pivotal in Drago winning this match.
Yeah.
She caused a distraction. Mac was on a tear for a second, but she caused enough of a distraction for Drago to lock in the Dragon's Lair and
Pin the Mac.
he pinned the Mac, but ended up getting a stunner. So he didn't walk away unscathed.
Yeah, and Cobra Moon was about to get a stunner when Pindar came from behind and knocked the Mac over just with his anger.
Yeah, all that anger, that reptilian anger, knocked over the Mac. And then the Undersnaker came down and it was a big old beat down on the Mac from the Reptile Tribe.
Yeah, he gave him the Anaconda Squeeze Chokeslam.
He did indeed. Then we had a very long Dario segment where he was talking about all the stuff that's going to happen next week.
Yeah, like an Atomicos match where Johnny Mundo's going to captain the team and Prince Puma's going to captain the team, and those teams are going to fight.
It's usually what happens when there's captains and teams involved. Johnny is obviously going to be captaining the team of PJ Black, Taya, and Ricky Mandel because Jack Evans' jaw is still wired shut.
Jock Evans can't handle.
And we were supposed to have Prince Puma announce his partners at the end of the show, but as you already know, that doesn't happen. We'll get to that in a second.
Hence the other question at the beginning of the show.
Yes. Also next week, we'll have Dragon Azteca Jr. taking on Pentagon Dark for another one of the Aztec medallions.
I believe it'll be the final Aztec medallion to get ready for the match.
I think you're right. I'm trying to think of who all has them. The Rabbit Tribe, Drago. We have one coming up that's on the line. So yeah, that would be. No, there's one more.
Somebody won one last week.
Can't remember who it was. Let us know in the comments.
Somebody won one last week.
Son of Havoc.
Yeah.
He beat Son of Madness. Son of Havoc.
Honda Savic.
Also, the main event next week will be Rey Mysterio versus Matanza. And Dario wanted to talk to Rey before that match happened.
Yeah, he's like, hey Ray, you're bad. I'm good. Matanza will beat you, and now get out.
Yeah, because Matanza was going to go against all three members of the Rabbit Tribe. So Dario didn't want Ray to get involved.
And then Ray's like, bitch, I don't listen to you. And then Dario's like, alright, well, if you don't, then I'm going to call off your match next week and Dragon Aztecas, and I might just fire him anyways.
Yeah. Then Ray's like, alright, bitch, but after I beat Matanza, I'm coming after you, and I'm going to end the Cueto legacy. So, yeah. Shit's getting personal between the Cuetos and the Mysterios.
He's going to end the Cueto legacy. He's going to beat up Dario Cueto and Matanza Cueto and Ted Cueto Aussie. Cody Cueto Rhodes.
Okay. We decided the 6th of 7 medallions in a 5-0 street fight between Cortez Castro and Joey Ryan.
Now, when they announced this last week, I expected this to be cheesy as all hell. And, I mean, to a degree,
It's Lucha Underground, so there's always a little bit of a cheese factor.
It's definitely the cheesiest street fight they've ever done. But it was still supremely entertaining.
They decked the place out. There were
riot cops. There was like an office table with all like the donuts and coffee. There were barricades in front of the crowd for the first time in the temple.
There were shooting targets and a cop car.
Yeah, a whole cop car. Seeing like the one place in the temple that's big enough to fit a cop car.
And under the ring, of course, there were billy clubs and we had handcuffs.
Just regular old nightsticks.
Yeah, I mean, anything and everything a cop could use.
Yeah, they used it all, including pepper spray.
Yeah, there was pepper spray
and a taser to Joey Ryan's balls.
After an entire pot of
scrambled eggs.
After an entire pot of hot coffee was poured down the front of his trunks. Boy.
Man, and then he came back. He came back though because he hit the cop bottom on.
Yeah.
Cortez Castro on the hood of the car.
After failing to crush Cortez's face with a sledgehammer, which was probably a good thing.
Yeah, because he was already bleeding.
Yeah, from the punches with the handcuffs. Cortez tried to use a baseball bat, ended up just busting out one of the headlights of the car. Yeah, there were all kinds of fun little things happening here. Eventually, all the cops ended up getting shoved down because Joey kept hucking Cortez into them. And so he made a little pile of the riot shields in one of the corners of the ring. That ended up being his undoing as Cortez Castro was able to hit like a running driver onto the pile of the riot shields. And Cortez Castro is now officially back on the roster and has a medallion and will head to the Gift of the Gods match at Ultimate Lucha Trace. Then, Matanza versus the Rabbit Tribe.
Which, to be fair, the Rabbit Tribe got a lot more offense than I anticipated.
We at least finished this 3-on-1 handicap match.
Yeah,
this one didn't just disappear.
Yeah, that was good.
Never realized how much blood is on the front of Matanza's jumpsuit until it's all over Paul London and Salvador.
Oh, that's where it was coming from.
Yeah. He like the front of it was just caked in blood, but you never really think about it because you don't usually see it. It either blends in with people's skin tones. No one wears white except for Paul London and Salvador.
That's a lot more of a comforting thought than what I was thinking while the match was going on.
What were you thinking?
I thought that was them, like, on the outside of the ring, rolling around in Cortez Castro's head blood from the street fight.
That's gross.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was.
Well,
not
to be fair, it's not any less gross knowing that Matanza's whole front is just covered in blood.
Yeah, but it's Matanza. You expect that out of him.
That's fair. But yeah, like, Paul had it like all over his back. Salvador's whole stomach was just a giant red smear.
It was very pink.
Yeah. So it was a messy match. The Rabbit Tribe, though, they're like...
They came to play.
They all...
And drop kick.
Man, so many drop kicks in the corner. That was
probably the most drop kicks I've ever seen in any one match.
That was probably their best offensive move, was just continuously hit. If they could have continuously hit...
3-2-1 thumper special.
I like it. There was... I mean, Paul London even hit a shooting star press, and all three of them tried to pin Matanza, and he just shoved them all off.
Well,
then they tried to hold him down for a second one, and that just got... Saltador got kicked through the ropes, and then Malo Suerte got run headfirst into Paul London, and I'm pretty sure this is where the match ended, because Paul London ended up getting the superplex off the top rope, and then Saltador tried to springboard at Matanza, who caught him and then hit Wrath of the Gods.
Yeah.
And Matanza defeats the Rabbit Tribe. And now looks to do the
Find
same.
Lars Sullivan so he can finish his 3-on-1.
Dude, I'd watch Matanza versus Lars Sullivan.
No, he's just trying to find Lars so Lars can finish his 3-on-1 handicap
Oh,
match.
okay. And then they're gonna team up.
And fight a 6-on-2 handicap match.
Against the Rabbit Tribe, Coco B. Rollins, and the other two guys that were...
Generic wrestlers A and B.
Yeah. So, we ended Lucha Underground with what originally was supposed to be Puma letting us know who his Atomico's partners are going to be next week.
Yeah.
But Johnny Mundo decided to say a few things and try and trash talk Puma and let him know that he's going to beat him next week on the 100th episode of Lucha Underground and beat him at Ultimate Lucha Trace, just like he did on the very first episode of Lucha Underground.
Way to boomerang it back to the beginning, Mundo.
But then Puma's like, well, if memory serves me correct, I have beat you, and I'm pretty sure I beat you to be the first ever Lucha Underground champion, and I'm pretty sure that's not the last time that I beat you. But Johnny's still going to take him to Slamtown. Then things got a little bit more personal, to where Johnny felt like he was the only one putting something on the line, and decided to challenge Puma for his mask. Puma accepted, but Dario's like, no, see, we already have Marty the Moth and Phoenix doing that, and I don't want people to think that Dario's running out of ideas.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do another mask match. That's not what's going to happen. But Puma, you do have, something else that's maybe just as valuable as the Lucha Underground Championship.
His abs.
No, his career.
Oh, fuck. It's way more important than his abs.
Well, I mean, you could cut his abs off, and that would probably hurt a lot.
Might end his career.
That would probably end his career. Maybe that's what they'll do. I don't know. It's Lucha Underground. They've smashed heads. Things can happen.
Yeah, they're like, how can we guarantee Prince Puma will never wrestle again?
Take his abs.
Cut his abs off.
Ugh, gross. It didn't take a whole lot of convincing. Puma ended up hitting a big lifting knee onto Johnny, held the Lucha Underground title for a bit, and said that Johnny was on. And so now it is officially title versus career at Ultimate Lucha Trace. But next week we have the Atomicos match, and we still don't know who Puma will be teaming with.
I just wanted to be like 3 other Prince Pumas.
I'm trying to think of other people that the World Underground has fucked over.
I can almost guarantee you Sexy Star.
Sexy Star will probably be one.
Other than that, I'm kind of out of blank here.
Dominic.
For some reason, I don't think so.
Probably not. I'm throwing that out. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Yeah, I can definitely see Sexy Star, because she's got issues with Taya, so that makes sense.
Probably the Mac, because he likes to do things where Sexy Star is doing things.
That's true, they are pretty good friends. I feel like he's going to have...
And really, they can pick any other person, because...
Ricky Mandel doesn't matter.
Yeah. Masquerade Sagrada.
I don't think the Rabbit Tribe will like that very much.
They won't be there next week. They're
That's-
all dead.
No, they're not. They're not dead. They're just
Recuperating.
broken and covered in blood.
Came down with a case of the death.
It's a vicious thing that's going around. But yeah, that is it.
Also, though, we didn't mention that the medallion match is next week.
Yeah,
Did you?
yeah. Dragon Azteca versus Penning on Dark.
Okay. I don't remember us mentioning that.
Because then we talked about Dario canceling that match
Yeah.
if
I
Ray
know.
didn't leave.
I remember talking about canceling it, but not about who it actually was.
We did talk.
That's gonna be a good match.
Yeah, no, I'm stoked for Dragon Azteca versus Penning on Dark. That'll be good. That is it for the midweek wrap up. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Click the links down below,
There's a whole lot of links.
like a podcast.
That's the link that says SoundCloud.
And reasonable wrestling fans
It's reasonable that W.
like wrestling.
Where did Lars Sullivan's match go? Where? Why did it go?
You can check out Reasonable Wrestling Fans and check
Who
out
were
our
the
new
three guys?
punishment videos. You can also check out the unboxing videos.
When
as
will we see the finish?
Get even closer to our new Battle of the Boxes, where we'll see Wrestle Crate taking on Pro Wrestling Crate. Old school versus new school.
What
Very
the hell
interesting
happened?
theme. I don't know, man. But for now, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
And girls.